We did it, everybody! We did it! We did it! Thank you! Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. We've done it. European champions. No one can ever take this from us. Come on, Sheffield Wednesday. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, let's swing by Bramall Lane, shall we? Thank you, everybody. Yeah, look, I mean, it's just a really special time to be a Sheffield Wednesday fan. And to really celebrate the faces of this mob just makes it all that little bit more enjoyable, doesn't it? But I think we should probably swing by Hillsborough, because I've been promised a big surprise, and there was talk around the club of a statue. Sturrock! Paul friggin' Sturrock, are you kidding me? I win you the Champions League, you're King of Europe, and you build a friggin' statue for a League One playoff victory. There's no respect. I quit. No, that's it. I'm done. I should be a club friggin' legend here. You should be worshipping me, and you're building a friggin' statue to Sturrock. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to the final episode here at Sheffield Wednesday. Thank you for everybody who did vote in the poll. It was about 2/3 of people that wanted to, or thought that we should end the series. And let's face it, if we're not going to get any respect for winning the Champions League, if we're not a club legend, then what's the point? So we have resigned our job. We won't leave it here. Of course, we're going to skip forward into the future 10 seasons and see exactly what happened to the team after we left. But we have resigned, and we can see Jurgen Klopp, who was sacked by Liverpool, is the favourite. Sergio Conceição and Roland Nilsson, who I think is a club. He's a Sheffield Wednesday person as well, isn't he? Yeah, there he goes, a player. So I think he's a favoured personnel. So there we go. That is what's happened. We've had an exodus of coaching staff that have left with us. So thank you everybody for your service. But you should have stayed in employment, if I'm honest. But there we go. So yeah, I mean, if we go and have a quick look at the general information here, even after we've left, we're still only favoured personnel, and Sturrock, League One playoff winner, is it's unbelievable. Unbelievable, the lack of disrespect, or the disrespect. There's no lack of disrespect, that's for sure. Razzini is up there, so maybe by the time, if we get 10 seasons in the future, we come back, maybe he will be a club legend. One of us has got to be. I mean, let's face it, he's probably the better option. He's an absolute star. So there we go. We have resigned our job. Let's sim forward 10 years, and let's see what became of Sheffield Wednesday after we left. So here we go. We are in the year 2037. I don't look I've aged more than about 5 minutes, do I? But we're 10 years in the future, and well, automatically there's a few promising signs here. We can see that Bevilacqua is the captain, Chouinard is the vice captain, Razzini is the key player. So Razzini did stay at Sheffield Wednesday, so that is really, really exciting. Now we can see here. Let's go and have a quick look at what do we want to do here? Let's go and have a look at overall. Here's what I'm looking for, isn't it? See what we've done. 2 Champions League. So they have managed to win a second Champions League. 5 Premier Leagues. It looks like they did win 1 there, so that's good. A FIFA World Club Cup as well. So the really good news here, the promising news, it looks like they may have won an FA Cup or 2 as well. The really good news is that the team looks as though it did stay together, and it did go on to some good things after we left. So that really, really makes me happy. So let's start with the Premier League and see exactly where we left off. Now, we left off this season here coming 3rd. They were 2nd the year after. They finally managed to win it, which is good. We should go and see who the managers are as well, shouldn't we? But then it looks like a little bit of a drop-off, a couple of seconds, a 3rd, and yeah, so there we go. They finally did win a Premier League title, so that's good. Let's go and have a look at the FA Cup. So this is where we left off, wasn't it? We lost the final. They went and won it the next year. They've won it twice. So that's good. At least somebody won domestic trophies at Sheffield Wednesday. The League Cup. So the League Cup, well, it looks as though it became a little bit of a Sheffield Wednesday thing. It was just me that couldn't win domestic league. I mean, look at that. 5 finals in a row. And what's that? 6 finals in 7 years, winning 4 of them. So well done to whoever it is that was managing the team. Sheffield Wednesday became a real powerhouse, let's be honest, in the Carabao Cup. Now, Europe. So this is where we won it. Now, there was a second title in 2035-36, beating Real Madrid in the final. It doesn't look as though they made any other finals, but I'll tell you what, English domination there. Even Tottenham won it. But so there we go. They did win that. Was there any more Europa League? So we won it, didn't we, the year before we won the Champions League. But there was There was another Europa League success there against West Ham in what's that, 2030-31. So that's that. Now, there was also the FIFA World Club Cup, and that was won by Sheffield Wednesday. So there we go. FIFA World Club Champions Sheffield Wednesday 2029 beating Liverpool in the final. So again, massive, massive well done. Now let's go and have a look and see what managers were in charge for these. So after we left, it was indeed Jurgen Klopp that took over. He was there for 8 years, and he was the one that, well, he kind of made me look a bit crap, didn't he? Let's be honest. Oh, Jurgen, what have you done? You've ruined my legacy, man. He won the Premier League, he won the Champions League, he won all those cups as well, including the FIFA World Club Cup. Oh, Jurgen, what have you done to me? And then Marcelo Gallardo has come in, and he has won a cup as well, the UEFA Super Cup, which doesn't really count, does it? Anybody can win that, of course. We didn't try to win it. Otherwise, of course, we would have won it. But there we go. Jurgen Klopp has really stolen my thunder there, hasn't he? So that is that. Let's go and have a look at the squad and see who's still here. And the answer is still quite a few, which is excellent. Bevacois is still here. We still have Belyasov, Marino. We still have Fabiano. We still have Schuener. We still have Razzini. I cannot wait to see Razzini. And is that it? That is indeed it. So let's go and have a look and see how these guys have got on. Bevacois, 32 years old now, 134 caps for Argentina. And, well, he's been a wonderful... Look at that. Look at those average ratings as well. A wonderful, wonderful player he has been for Sheffield Wednesday. Surely a club legend at this point. We'll check that as well in a second. We have Belyasov, 30 years old now. What a player he's become. 123 Russian caps. And if we look at how he's done for Sheffield Wednesday, again, everything you'd expect him to be. He's had a wonderful, wonderful time playing for Sheffield Wednesday. Marino, who of course was one of the youngsters that was still developing when we left. He's 29 now, 32 caps for Argentina, valued at 60 million. And well, again, he looks like he's come in. He's taken over from Martinez, which is kind of what the long-term plan was for him. And he's been a very good, consistent player for Sheffield Wednesday. If we go down, Fabiano, 31 now, 111 Brazil caps. Let's have a look what he's done for the club. That looks like £58 million, very well spent now, doesn't it? And again, he's been in the heart of that midfield for a number of years now and just continues to... well, just pump in the performances, doesn't it? A little bit of a slow start for him, of course, but he's been a really good player. Schuener, someone that we had very high hopes for when we signed him as a youngster. 29 years old, so still a long way to go in his career. 108 caps, 48 goals. He is going to go down as a legend of or any football, not just Dutch football. And again, he's come in and look at that. Look at the goals he's scored, the games he's played, those average ratings as well. What a player he has been, Patrick Schuener. And now the one I think we all can't wait to see, Walter Razzini. 32 years old, 100 goals in 112 games. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. 73 million he's valued at. He's 32 years old. He's still arguably in his prime. And, well, he just continued to go from strength to strength to strength to strength. Look at this. Average match ratings in the 8s. Well, we just really didn't get the best out of him, did we? But that is ridiculous numbers from Walter Razzini. He is everything that we could have dreamt, and, well, he's going to be a legend of the club, isn't he? Let's go and have a look and see who are the legends of the club now that we can see who's still there. And Jurgen Klopp, unbelievable. I'm not even a favoured personnel. Quickly forgotten. I can't help but be slightly upset by that. Schuener is an icon. Who else is an icon there? Razzini is still only an icon. I tell you what, these Sheffield Wednesday fans, they do not know what they're talking about, do they? Sorry, Sheffield Wednesday fans, but I mean, Jurgen Klopp, fair enough. But come on, I won you the Champions League. Bevacois and MB are the favoured personnel, and I am apparently just a footnote in history at this point, despite everything we did for that club. Unbelievable, the disrespect. Facilities. They still play at Hillsborough, which is maybe nice to see. Everything there is as you would expect it. And let's go and have a look at the transfer history and see when everybody left. So we want transfer history. All right. the outs. We'll start at the current season and work our way backwards. All right, who is a familiar face here for us? MB has only just left. 34 years old, 140 caps for Brazil. Still a very decent player. And he spent, well, he was not bad for a free transfer, was he? And again, he was maybe not the best in terms of average ratings, but he was a good player for us. It looks like he's been a good player for Sheffield Wednesday and very worthy of being a favoured personnel. If we keep going down, anybody else that's left? No. Okay, let's go back. And who left the season before that? Nobody? Nobody. Okay, we'll go back another year. And we have... still nobody. Okay, so we'll keep going back till we see everybody. David Hodgson. Now, he was a youngster that we had... he was out on loan, I think. He came through the academy. It doesn't look as though he... I mean, you've got Bevaquar in front of you. He was never really going to take a spot in the first team, was he? Who else have we got here? Oliver Brummer. So he lasted a number of seasons before 145 caps, 85 goals. We'll have to have a look at his injury history as well, won't we? But he was never as good after we left. Look at that. Where did we live? We left off there. So he did play a few games. It looks as though he didn't... I'll tell you what, when you've got to scroll through your injury history. So this is the most recent. Yeah, I mean, he was... I think that's his legacy, isn't it? The Oliver Brummer physio room will live long in the memory, I think. So yeah, he's done okay for himself. And if we keep going down, no one there. All right, we'll go back another year. Brian Rivas, £101 million to Real Madrid. 30 years old, 119 caps, 11 goals. One thing I think we definitely did do is we built a team that could stand the test of time, didn't we? Signed him for 1.8 and was sold for 101 million. I mean, this is the other thing that kind of annoys me with not even being favoured personnel now, is that we built the team that Jurgen Klopp basically continued to lead to glory, which we probably would have managed to do ourselves had we stayed. But, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Kevin McLaughlin, one of the youngsters that I was bringing through, 29 he is now. He has 81 Irish caps. Did he ever establish himself? Not really. Not really. If you remember back in the Europa League run, we played him a little bit, but he was an academy player that never really settled. Rashid Lang, we paid 112 million for him. We ended up getting 93 million back. 33 he is now, 111 caps. And, well, he didn't actually stay that long in reality, did he? So, there we go. And he's gone off to Real Madrid and had a lovely time. All right. If we keep going down, there's going to be a few now, isn't it? Dale Bailey. Again, another backup goalkeeper. And again, he's just unlucky to be at the club the same time that we had, Bevaquar. And so he never really established himself. Augusto. Now, he is someone I would have sold in the coming summer. 35 caps for Brazil, 2 goals. And I'll tell you what, to get 36 million for him wasn't too bad, was it? Looks like he played a lot more after we left. But he never really did it for me. If we go down, no one there. Let's go over one more. Dylan Keach, another of the youngsters, never made it to the England squad. Went off to Bournemouth. We sent him out on loan to Portsmouth, didn't we? He never really played after we left, unfortunately. But he had some time in Germany, back to Brighton, off to Bournemouth, and so that's Dylan Keach. Martinez went off to Juventus. 32 he is now. He has 40 Spanish caps. Okay. Wasn't he Colombian? I'm sure he was Colombian. Anyway, so he lasted a couple of seasons after we left. Went off to Juventus. Played a couple of seasons there. Went off to Bologna. I'm not making that up. What's his staff attributes like? Nothing special. He was Colombian at one point. Okay. And then he's obviously decided he's Spanish. All right, so that's Martinez. Christian Sosa, I missed him there. 41 million. He went off to Tottenham. 4 caps he's got for Argentina. 41 million he's valued at. He had a couple of years. I mean, again, he's second string, isn't he? He's spent some time at Manchester City. So he was a good player, but I think behind Belyasov, he was always likely to be second choice, wasn't he? Which is why we signed him, to be fair. What else have we got here? If we go down there, or loans, and nothing else there. Couple of seasons left to go here. We have got Murillo, who went off to Juventus. 30 years old. He is now 83 Brazil caps. He, of course, was always a backup for us, wasn't he? He had a couple of seasons. Looks like he continued to be a backup. Went off to Juventus, where he played very, very well, and continues to play very, very well. And that doesn't surprise me. He's a really good defender. Who else have we got here? They had Empatu for a while. Arentes. He was never quite doing it for us. He's never got a Portuguese cap, which probably feeds into the fact he just never quite did what we needed him to do. And looks as though he spent a lot of time out on loan and then just went off to Spain. 40 million Monaco bought him for. That is, well, Betis would be quite happy with that, wouldn't they? What else have we got here? Derek York went off. He was never really made it for us. Flossie Clemens. Now, we haven't seen him leave. I wonder if he got released. No, is he still? No, he's at Preston right now. Let's have a look what happened to him. He was someone that was relatively highly rated. I must have missed. No, he went to QPR on loan, then left on a free transfer. League One, he was very, very good. Championship level, he's quite decent. I'm surprised actually that he hasn't made more of himself, to be, for lack of a better term, because he was quite good. Gary Turpie. We haven't seen him yet. He is at Dundee. He must have left on a free transfer as well. 31 years old. He is now... We sent him on loan to MLS. He never established himself after we left. Went to MLS. He's played a lot of MLS football, a lot of Scottish Premiership football, and that was maybe the level that he was at. But 31, there might still be an international cap there for him. Callum Jones, another of our youngsters that came through the academy. He went off. Again, I'm surprised he hasn't made a little bit more himself, though. He has got 16 caps for Wales. Yeah, spent a season on loan at Celtic and then went off to Burnley and never really came back to Sheffield Wednesday. It's a shame. An academy player there, of course. Jabing, he went off to Hertha Berlin. He never got a Brazil cap. That surprises me. He was really, really good for us, wasn't he? But yeah, he sent a season on loan. Apparently, Jurgen Klopp just never fancied him, and off he went to Germany, where he played. He's played ever since for Hertha Berlin. That surprises me. He was really, really good for us. What else we got down here? That's about that. We go back, and this is pretty much getting to the point where we left off. Joe Gomez, £23 million they got for Joe Gomez. That is shocking. William McQuaid, he left on a free, went off to France, was it? 32 years old now. He has never got an England cap. But yeah, clearly Jurgen Klopp didn't fancy him either. And he has spent most of his career, went off to Nantes, came back. He's earned some transfer fees, hasn't he? But he has he's played some Premier League football, so there we go. He's made a career. He was a good player, a really good, reliable defensive midfielder. What else have we got here? Giordano went off to Schalke. 31 he is now. He's got some Italy caps and some goals there as well. But again, Jurgen Klopp clearly never fancied him, sent him out on loan, then sent him off to Schalke. And he's done okay in Germany without setting the world on fire. So maybe, a little bit disappointing career, I'd say, there for Giordano. Sodlikov. Now, we sent him out on loan. I was not really sure what to do with him, but he's ended up getting 74 Russian caps. Again, Klopp clearly never particularly favoured him, but he's gone off to Germany and, well, he's played regular Bundesliga football for Freiburg there. Where are we here? We were at Sodlikov. That's some loans. Mateo, one of the youngsters, he's gone off to Spain, or he's in the Middle East now. Never got an international cap. Again, Jurgen Klopp clearly never fancied him, and, he's had a bit of a career plodding around the lesser teams. He went to Sheffield United. How could you? All right, we keep going down. We have loans. And that is that. And then this, I think, is where we left off, is it not? So this is the season we left. Samare didn't last long. He is now a manager, an unemployed manager. Can we have a look at his career? He went off to Roma, back to Southampton, some time in Italy and Spain, and never got a French cap either. That's, again, I thought maybe a little bit more we might have got from Samare. Marcus Edwards is retired now, but he went off to Real Betis. We can see here a little bit of time there, a little bit of time at Bournemouth. But yeah, he retired at 32. That's a shame. So Marcus Edwards didn't really do much after we left. Leighton Clarkson, he was one of my favourites. Obviously, Klopp never favoured him. Of course, Klopp probably got rid of him from Liverpool, didn't he? So he was quickly sent off on loan, went to Southampton on a free, and then went off and spent some time in Greece. Not a bad end to your career there. But yeah, he was always a favourite of mine. And what else do we have here? Anybody else? That is that. Now, was there any players released that we missed? So Lewis Cook was just released, 28-29 season. He, after us, where are we? So he went off to Tottenham, looks like for a year, PSV, Brentford, and then off to Poland. Retired at the age of 36. So that's Lewis Cook. Of course, club captain, wasn't he? He lifted the Champions League for us. Dusan Petkovic was just released. Again, surprises me a little bit. Only 5 Serbia caps, 3 goals. So he was just released, went off to China for a bit, played very well there. And AZ Alkmaar never played and spent some time on Heerenveen before being released by them. I'm surprised by that. Petkovic was a decent player. So that brings us to club records. And Walter Razzini is the leading goal scorer at the club. That's good to see. Appearances, we haven't got anybody quite there yet. Though I wonder if we go to current season... it's not going to show us, is it? Surely the likes of Razzini, of Bevilacqua, and Fabiano even, they've got to be getting close, don't they? Highest average rating we can see there. Jabing, that record was with us, so that stood the test of time. Bevilacqua, 24 Man of the Match awards for Razzini. That is a ridiculous number, isn't it? Highest transfer fee paid. So they broke that. We actually tried to sign this guy, didn't we, at one point? I'm sure we did. Yeah, we tried to sign him when he went to Dortmund, and he's ended up coming for £86 million a little bit later on. And the highest fee received, £121 million. I mean, he's good, but he's no Walter Razzini, but £121 million, that is not a bad fee at all. And they signed him from River Plate for 23. Good bit of business there. So that is the records. We can see everything there. If there's anything else you want to have a look at, just give it a bit of a pause. But I think that is just about everything we'd want to check in on, isn't it? Maybe the best 11. Let's have a look at the best 11. And Bevilacqua is the goalkeeper. 704 appearances he's now made. Marino is the left back. And Rivas are the centre backs. And made 501 appearances for the club. Belyasov is the left back. Fabiano, that's someone we didn't bring in. And Rob Bentancur was there for a little bit as well. Schuena, Razzini, and Bruma. Gavin Bazunu, well, I mean, he was just happened to be there before Bevilacqua came in. Rashid Lang is ours. Augusto is there as well. So most of the best 11 overall is the team that we built. So I think, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think we built a really, really good team, and I'm really happy to see that the team was kept together by Jurgen Klopp, and they really did go on to, I wouldn't say dominate English football and European football, but they maintained themselves as one of the big clubs in the country. So that's excellent. Guys, if you've enjoyed the series, make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. It doesn't really matter if you hit thumbs up at this point. The series is coming to an end. But I just want to say a massive thank you for everybody who's watched, particularly if you've watched from the start. I've massively enjoyed this. It's always sad to leave a team behind, particularly a team like we have with, Walter Razzini, who, actually, you know what we need to check is Player of the Year awards, don't we? So let's give this a quick check. So we can see Bevilacqua has won Goalkeeper of the Year twice, which is good for him. So let's go down the list here. Got World Golden Glove. Is that different to Player of the Season? But anyway, Bevilacqua has won that once. It looks like maybe, is that most clean sheets maybe? Maybe that's what that is. Must be. So well done to Bevilacqua there. The Ballon d'Or. Razzini won it once. He won it twice. He won it 3 times. He won it. So the year after we won the Champions League, he then won the Ballon d'Or. So it would be that sort of December, wouldn't it? So well done. 3-time Ballon d'Or winner, Walter Razzini. FIFA Men's Best Player. Well, that's a shame. He only won it once, and that was 2027. Again, that was essentially done under us. Under 21s player. Now, we know Razzini had won that before. Schuena had won that as well, so well done to him. And then, well, There's no one left under 21. The player of the year, FIFA Pro Player of the Year, Razzini. So it's essentially the same as the Ballon d'Or, really, isn't it? So well done to him. And the FIFA Pro Team of the Year. So let's go back to 2027 and see what we have. So Razzini and Leng were in there that season. So well done to them. 2028, Leng was there. Razzini was there as well. There's a bit of a theme there, isn't there? Razzini, again, was the striker of the year. Well done to you. Razzini didn't win striker of the year. That looks very Barcelona and Liverpool heavy, doesn't it? All right, we're back. Razzini, as a left winger this time, was in the team of the season. Left winger. So Jurgen Klopp is, that's when that guy they signed to Tottenham, isn't it? That's he's coming to the team, and Razzini's moved out left and still was dominating. 28 goals from left wing. That's Messi Ronaldo numbers, isn't it? Next season, we didn't have anybody. Razzini's on the bench with 32 goals. We go again. Walter Razzini, again up top, 39 goals this year for him. He's just, what a player he was. Another year, another Walter Razzini selection in Team of the Year. And if we go one more time, Rashid Leng is making the team as well. Belyasov and Bevaquar have made it, and Shuanar as well, and Rashid Leng, of course, who we will take credit for since we signed him. And that's it. They haven't done it for this past season just yet. So yeah, no, I was saying about that's that all the awards. What's goal 50? Is this most goals? Is that what that is? Razzini. He's not bad, is he? And what's this? What's this last one here? Next gen, is that young player? I'm not quite sure what that is. It must be a young player award. Anyway, there will be an award. There will be a series to replace this. I have a couple of ideas. If you want to go and join the Discord, I'm going to be throwing up some ideas that I have there. I have been getting your ideas and making sort of not mental notes, but handwritten notes to make sure I don't forget. Mental notes aren't always the most reliable. So yeah, there will be something to replace it. I don't know if it will start this coming. Well, will the next episode be Thursday? I might need a little bit of time to get things ready. But yeah, go and join the Discord and we'll have sort of a better conversation about things there. There's a second 11 now. Don't know what that is. But there will be a series to replace it. But thank you so much if you have watched the whole thing. As I said, it's always sad to leave a team behind, particularly when you have someone like Walter Razzini. He's still amazing, isn't he, at 32? And it's always difficult, but we achieved our goal here. It's been a lot of fun doing so. And that is just about that. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you next time for a new series. Don't forget H&W Welders is, of course, still going, and the New York Yankees if you want to check out some baseball. But until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And for the final time from Sheffield Wednesday, take care.